The Ohio man accused of shooting his 3 young sons to death appeared in court this week as the judge deals with a flurry of legal motions. We're bringing you the 3 biggest updates from Monday's hearing. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. Over now to Ohio, where 32-year-old Chad Dorman is accused of shooting to death his 3 young sons. Lincoln, Hunter, Chase, they were all under the age of 8. Deadly shootings happened back on June 15th of this year.
That's it. Some unknown person signed into my account on September 22. That's also a mad anomaly where has never showed up on my location list before. I've seen this one time ago. I say this one Feb 2. I would have been at around Sun. And I certainly would not have used my Google on this to look for it. So that certainly wasn't me. So somebody signed into my account on the actual Xbox and searched for something. What they searched for, I have no idea because I didn't check. I didn't look because it's not like you're gonna expect that. I've only ever been to Leeds twice. When my son was just born the same year, I went to the next year, 2018. Where was it? Oh, he was born. No. So the summer before the October he was born, 2017, I went to Leeds Carnival, I think, yeah. That's the only time I've ever been to Leeds in my life. And 2009 or 10, and I went to some of other concerts. So that certainly hit me. I haven't left Manchester since 2019, yeah. So I don't know who in Croydon is signing into my account. And regardless, this would say where your account was signed into and the location. So the Xbox got its obviously it's hardwired into Wi-Fi. It would know exactly where it is, and then what somebody is doing. So somebody has access to my account. So this whole time I'm struggling with this case. Some cunt sat there hacking my shit. I hope you man are ready, dude, because trust me, it is what it is. Innit? I don't know what kind of people you are. I don't know what you man are into. I don't know what you man get up to. But you seem to be passing around you seem to be passing around this country and giving different people access to my shit. It's really making sense that's it. You're trying to, I guess, bounce the location of where all over the country to make it hard for it to be pinpointed. But it doesn't really matter. The reason I don't untrust them, because I'm not sure if I untrust them if they'll disappear. At some point, when I finally get onto Xbox, because like I said, I can't get contact with Xbox, can't get into contact with EA Sports, and this is the reason because obviously Xbox would know well what IP address you was used to sign into the account, blah blah blah. And these places, they would know. So you have these man, so obviously these man, you have them all over the country. So it says condition personal location nationwide. It was originally intended for high profile people all over in London. You see the Met Police, that's what it was meant for. And obviously you got the whatever castle or whatever the palace you have in London, near London and that. Home Office, all these places are based in London. It was intended for that, but they have it now all over the fucking place. And it says fucking nationwide. Yeah? So you can see where it really originated in London. So that's where most of the rich people are and powerful people in this country are like the focus thing. But obviously they've spread it out all over the place. These men, they're also all over the place, just to say. I mean, all over the place. Yeah. So it's gone with interception and communication has been used up the site. So I must be on the wrong part for intelligence gathering. There is. So we have Covert, this is snitches, informers, set up kids. So an informant and a set up kid is two different things. An informant can be used for the same thing to file false police reports and false police complaints and malicious accusations. And that. They can be used for such, but they tend to use randomers, innit? Anonymous tips, blah blah blah. Covert surveillance, all of that. Intrusive, yeah, yeah. I won't spend too much time on this because it's quite deadly, innit? Communication interception. This gives them the right to go through your post and letters. They can abuse it and take away your letters and hide your letters. Obviously, they're abusing the actual power, just like interference, equipment interference. It's meant to just watch your communication, but they obviously can abuse it. And if you don't get them in court, are they ever going to be punished for abusing it? Fucking no. So you can see why I'm not being arrested because they'll be punished for doing it. So yep, it's not hard to figure out what they're doing. They look clever. If you don't know, you don't know. You know, it's difficult, but the moment you know, you just put it all together. So yeah, so they're either doing it themselves or to distance it from them, so it's not all done together and all one set of people are caught. They're spreading it out to the Leeds and Surrey Hill and Croydon and all. They're spreading it all over the country. Innit? Then guess what? They can stitch you up and make false reports because you're gonna be angry, you're gonna be agitated, all these different stuff are going on. You're gonna be pissed off. Then they can go and make complaints to the NHS because in this country, obviously, people wherever you live in it. So whatever postcode you live in this city, all they have to do is call the NHS and say rah 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 rah. And if they know somebody that knows you, that knows where you live, that's all they have to do is call the NHS and make complaints, and then they go and tell their friends to do it, and their friends tell their friends to do it, and then you have a multitude of people making the complaint. The government is clearly aware that that can be done, so you can see why and how it works. I don't like humans. All this, vile language of abuse, and us against the world, why they abuse their victims, sadistic mind games. Exactly what it is, mind games. Abuse is a power word, passive aggressive comment. So passive aggression, they have a problem with you. They don't want to come and fight you physically. They don't want to come and do anything to you physically. Or they want to harm you. They want to get you locked up. What do? Go and they combine and go and, a lot of them go and make false reports, false accusations to the police. And then another set go and make a lot of false reports to the NHS. Unfortunately, you might be ingesting stuff that you're not aware of by people. So friendly abuse, exactly what I was getting at. Exactly. You might be ingesting some stuff that you're not aware of, and you think that's a friend that you have, or really that person is your friend. You're ingesting stuff that you're not aware of. The NHS can't afford to let that come out and say, well, they played a part in whatever was going on there, or that the system was being abused. They're gonna protect it because guess what? If they don't protect it, then they won't have the ability to operate in the way they are. They're gonna have their hands tied, and these people don't like that the hands tied thing. Reconciling past instances of abuse, they need their victims and will feel like nothing without them. Abusers around a clock problem for victims. Abusers need help too. Working with abusers, subjectivity of abusers, mind reading and narcissism of abusers, the blame game. I mean, it's too easy. It's too easy. Like, Google is a massive problem for these guys. A humongous issue, guys. I mean, so in my opinion, the internet was meant to entrap us and make them have the ability to watch our every move and everything we do. But there's pros and cons with everything in it. Every action have an equal and opposite reaction and all that. But these men clearly don't have enough intelligence to understand that our life really works. So this guy, we all know Nikola Tesla, and if you don't know him, he was an inventor. He was very clever, and the people around him didn't like him, so they spread false rumors about it. I would say They said it was a freak accident that his parents were killed by wolves and animals and his family. I'm saying it was right. They did that on purpose. It's like it's like the story of Daniels and the lions. Then innit? They purposely put Daniel in the fucking lions and intending for the lions to eat them. So I think that's what they did to Tesla. Me personally, who the fuck knows? But they labeled him as mental. But this guy, the amount of things he invented, the motors, like car motors, the engine, all of these things, circuitry, all of these things is of him. So not only he was good at mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, everything that we know and use modern, the computer, the car engine, your fucking TV, washing machine, it's all this guy, bro, like all him. And apparently he was mentally ill while he did all of it. In the end, he was so lonely that he apparently fell in love with a pigeon. I don't believe that. I think that's just something they tried to make up because he was lonely, so he had animals around him. He chose a fucking pigeon to be around him. What did they say? He tried to fuck the pigeon, but this is how disgusting these type of guys are, you get me? But not about them being that way. People are what they are, innit? Yeah, so abuse, people who are above suspicion tend to be heavily involved. What's this now? Using using computer programs to challenge. If Tesla was alive today, the man would build computer programs to fuck with it because he would be using the computers to do his job. So you can see chess people, chess champions, they try to fight against him because they hate us. Sarcasm, sarcasm is a weapon used by these kind of cowards. Because in my opinion, they are cowards. Because I don't look at it any other way. They get you put in prison or get you locked up and they face no penalty. It's a cowardly act because they really face no punishment. So it's a coward act. Well, sarcasm is a weapon of choice, isn't it? Because sarcasm can be either they're making a joke of you or they're convey can say use the word showing, and obviously contempt really means they hate you. So they can be mocking you or showing that they hate, saying that they hate you sarcastically, or they could be mocking you with hate. You get me, innit? And if you call it out, they say, "Oh, he's agitated," or he's this, and then say, "Oh, every time he's always angry," and then all of them run. So in McDonald's, I can't imagine how much of them in McDonald's have made reports about me, bro. Can't imagine, bro. Because I can name a few of them right what did you call it? Yeah, right off the dome. I could name quite a few of them. Come, and them man know themselves. Truth, I ain't like you, man, so I didn't play your games again.
personally I've ever heard that before. Thought it was an interesting motion. We'll see which way the judge decides.
Don't you feel like that's kind of like some kind of new thing that maybe that's like kind of making the rounds and like the public defender and defense attorney?
I haven't heard it. This is the first time I've heard the idea that you want to convict felons on.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mark Tucalby, the prosecutor in this case, the elected prosecutor, he wants Chad Dorman to death. He has made no bones about that. I mean, Mark Tucalby, I actually have known him for many years. I've talked to him all the time, but I can just tell he is all business, and
well,
this is a heinous case. Yes,
this is what he said. He goes, "Quote: This is a death penalty case, and my goal is to have this man executed for slaughtering these 3 little boys."
Yeah, I mean that's what he wants. So you know what the defense is trying to do here? It just kind of popped into my head. They're going to have a tough road to hoe here, and Jesse, I really think that what they're looking for is maybe one juror who, in the mitigation phase, is going to say, they're going to be that one juror who's going to say, we need to give him life and not send him to, lethal injection.
So it would be interesting. It would be interesting if you have somebody who served time in prison, knows how bad it is, and saying, "Listen, I think he should go to prison for the rest of his life. That should be his punishment." I don't know. We're probably guessing here. But I just thought it was interesting to say the least. Yeah,
I think that's where they're going with it, don't you? They're like, we need somebody who could be on our side.
I think it's also the sympathy factor. Like, these are people who committed heinous crimes. They may understand where he was coming from, but it could definitely be for the mitigation part. I don't disagree with you. I mean, the death penalty aspect does change a lot of the factors in this case, so I would agree with you. I think it's probably more for the mitigation than the guilt part. By the way, little side issue, talk about that. Emotions, through the trial phase, so the first part of this, they don't want any reference to it as the guilty phase. They don't want jurors hearing it as the guilt phase, which, again, pretty unique motion because that is essentially what it is. You have to determine if he committed these crimes before you can determine whether or not he should be executed.
And I've seen Greg Myers file this motion in the past. So I think that there are a lot of motions that were argued yesterday. I think there were 41. A lot of these were probably boilerplate motions that are out there. I know I've been on the Ohio Public Defender's website in the past and gone through the boilerplate motions that they have posted on there. And I think a lot of people just I know I've been on the Ohio Public Defender's website in the past and gone through the boilerplate motions that they have posted on there. And I think a lot of people just take those and then they add their own stuff. There's like a template and then they add their own arguments or briefs or whatever to these things. So that does not surprise me at all. I think that's a pretty common thing. And I've seen that in some death penalty cases in Ohio because they're trying to like soften the language,
right,
so that you don't just go in, the guilt phase, well, must be guilty, that you're kind of conveying a different message about the system to these jurors.
Mm-hmm. I can understand that. There was one other big issue we want to talk about: the motion concerning all the photos and videos of the crime scene. What can you tell us about that?
Well, they don't want anything that's really, really graphic to be seen in front of the jury. And I think this is a pretty common motion that defense attorneys in Ohio file as well, especially in cases where you have something so heinous. And, all murders are horrible, but this in particular is really heinous. I mean, these are children. So I am sure that the crime scene photos and videos in this case are horrific. I am sure that Greg Myers is going to want to minimize as much as he can those really graphic crime scene photos. So maybe you show one that's a wider shot, or maybe you show one that's this.
With Regina Blitz and its extra large sheets, you'll clean up in a flash. And for other jobs and big also, try Regina Blitz Giant.
I'm sure the prosecutor is going to say, look, we have to show these because it's going to the premeditation factor or the whatever. Because with aggravated murder, there are different elements, and premeditation can be one of those elements. The fact that these were kids, that's another element as well. But they're going to want to show the jury some really
can argue premeditation from the government's part too.
the penalty phase as well. Photographs that show just how bad and how brutal this was.
Well, we also have to remember that prosecutors have to prove their case that a murder was committed and was committed, by gunshots. So sometimes you have to show those photos just to prove the essential elements of the case that this was murder. And those photos, and I think there's 350 photos and videos in this case. Some of them are going to be necessary for the jury to see.
Oh, most certainly, because if you have like the lead detective who's going to be on this, or maybe the first deputy who arrived on the scene and he goes in the house to see if anybody can be helped, there's probably body camera footage of really terrible things that are going to be shown. And that deputy or whomever was the first to enter that crime scene, they're going to have to say, this is how the investigation unfolded. We get there, guys sitting on the porch with a rifle, and then we walk into the house and we saw these little boys in the condition that they were. So they have to show that stuff. But I'm sure there are some things in there that Greg Myers would rather the jury didn't see. And so this is not uncommon for a defense attorney to ask for something like this. You may not get it, but
right. Yeah.
You have to ask.
And I believe the judge had said, look, at these types of cases, you categorize them. So there are non-gruesome images and videos. They're not particularly gruesome, and then they're gruesome. And that might be a way that you can separate everything out and try to make sense of it. As of right now, Foreman being held at the Claremont County Jail on a $20 million bond.
Look, this is I'm showing the message of my chemistry, yeah?
2024.
So everybody there is on full cap. Yeah? And what's that? They have 11 players. So 9, 3, 2 was it 3 9 what 27?
Absolutely.
Yeah. She's on the only one, yeah. So 3 9 27 and 6 33, yeah. Okay, cool. So if you remove one, yeah, you should be down 9 points, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So there's there's 3, there's 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So 7 players. 7 fucking players from the what's this now?
Hey friends!
Yeah.
So I wanted to pop in here with you guys today and tell y'all we got some really
7 players. Yeah. I'm saying so something's wrong. They've done something to the chemistry. So them random locations you see being logged into, that's what these are the things that they're doing. 7 players from one league, and you're telling me I don't get full chemistry on all of them players? It should be I shouldn't have to do anything more. I should be able to put any random fuckers in there at this point because I'm only missing 9 chemistry. So 33, yeah. So take 3 off, you'd have 6, yeah. 6 from 30 is 24. So I should have 4 extra points. Why wouldn't these 3 get chem? It doesn't make sense why they wouldn't just automatically get chem. All these Spanish guys get chem, yeah? All of them. Cool. Them 3 should have definitely just got chem. So something's quite wrong here. They should have just automatically got chem and got that extra chem point because one of them they have 6 players from the same league. So you're telling me 6 players from the same league don't give you full chem? 6 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 players from the same team. You're telling me that doesn't give G2 man full chem? Having 6 players from the same league around. What more do they need to do? How are you going to build a hybrid team if 6 players don't give you chem? I get me.
Make the merch, to go back and forth, and no, I'm not comfortable with that, and oh, this is perfect, and going back and forth with different shirt companies and testing out the quality of shirts, and I mean, it was a lot, and you guys loved it, and it truly meant the world to me, and still means the world to me. So many of you guys have been sending me photos of your shirts, you've already got them up, I love them. With that being said, I got so many emails of people saying that you guys missed the launch. People were at work. People didn't see the video right away. People were trying to get the signed shirts as Christmas gifts. Again, I was not expecting them to sell out so quickly. So, the shirt company that I've been working with, Norman Roscoe, thank you guys so much. They have been so wonderful throughout this process. We got a pre-sale going, and it is starting today. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna throw this out here real quick too. There is going to be another small portion of signed shirts, and I understand if you're trying to get them for Christmas gifts, another small batch of them, and I won't be doing that like with these shirts again. So if you're gonna get them, you gotta get them now. When they're sold out, they will be sold out. I'm doing the best that I can here, you guys. But the pre-sale starts now. It goes to the end of what is it? November 27th. Let me look here. Yes, November 27th. Okay, there's a countdown when you click the link to get a shirt, how much time that you have left for the pre-sale. That way the shirts, you guys can receive the shirts by Christmas. So it's going to take about 3 weeks to get your shirts, but this was the best that we could do, and you can still get them by Christmas. So week of pre-sale, 2 weeks to receive your shirts. You'll have them by Christmas if you want to wear them for a Christmas shirt, or if you want to give them as a Christmas gift, or buy for yourself as a Christmas gift. So I hope that this helps you guys. Again, thank you guys so much. What else did I want to tell y'all? I wanted to tell y'all, okay, the small number of signed shirts. If you didn't see my other video and know like the story behind these shirts, go and watch it. Also, I explained in the other video about where to click. So the shirt links will be down below. You will have one link for the mustard seed shirt, one link for the true crime shirt. And in the other video, I only showed y'all like the pink shirt, which, come on, that is stunning. That color is so beautiful. But the blue, it gives like an icy color. And as you guys see, I have it paired over here with like a white beanie and some sweatpants. And sweatpants and different things that are in the background, Christmas tree, candle holders, this table, all this stuff is linked in my like to know it. So for those you guys are always saying like, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? It's in my like to know it. That's linked down below too. If you are on a device that where you can't click down in the description box, you can always just type this right here into your browser, and you'll be able to find the links to items there. Also, the rust color shirt, I feel like it is so underrated. It is so cute to me. It gives like fall warm vibe. I don't know. I feel like I can wear it for Thanksgiving. So if you got one already and you want to wear it for Thanksgiving, it's definitely a Thanksgiving style shirt. But it's also just giving that fall warm cozy color. And then this like cream color, you guys. I know a lot of people are scared of the whites and the creams. And let me tell you, as a sloppy eater, I ain't mad at you. But that shirt just pops. I mean, look at it here on my husband. I got myself one too, though. It is so cute to me. I have it paired here with like some black faux leather leggings. They're really leggings, but they're shiny. And you can find those in my like to know as well. But and with some black boots and a black hat, it is just so cute too. Like all shirt colors, you can't really tell on the website how they're going to come out in real life. So I hope that this helps. Okay, I think that that is it. Other than all of the stuff that's been coming out lately, y'all, with the court stuff, we got to talk about that. That's not for this video, so y'all stay tuned because I'm just like, what is happening? Paperwork being released and just all we got to go over it. But anyways, all right, the pre-sale starting today. It's going to run till the 27th. If you click on the links or if you type the links in and you go to the site, you're going to see in red numbers what the countdown is. After that, the shirts will not be guaranteed to get to you by Christmas. It's the pre-sale only. And then there is a small number of signed shirts that are going to be available. Once those are sold out, they are sold out. So I'm really hoping that everybody that wanted to get one and that emailed me will get one. I love you guys. I will talk to y'all soon. And yeah, thanks again. Love you guys. Bye. What's up, guys? The Victor's here, and welcome back
to another FC24 video. It is 6 p.m. It is Tuesday, and we are now just 24 hours away from the Black Friday promo starting on Wednesday, obviously. Message from the FC team. Congratulations. You've earned enough championship qualification points to enter championship playoffs and qualify for championship finals. Everybody, it's going to be an easy weekend for champs then. That's very nice to see. Champions Pro. Objective. Oh, I'm already excited. I'm already excited. EA, come on. FC Pro Twitch. That was already there, right? Hold on. Let's sort by new. Champions Pro. Win 4 matches in Champions Final for a home kit. Get 27 days. Win 8 for another kit. Win 16 for an Evolutions consumable slot. That doesn't say what it is, but win 20 for another kit. Win 28 for another kit. Win 36 for another kit. Win 44 for another kit. 48 for another kit. 52 for another kit. And 56 for another kit. Now, 27 days. How many sets of champs is that going to give us? 4, right? So there's going to be up to 80 games available. And you've got to win 56 out of the 80 to be able to get that. But the most important thing you're going to be wanting to go to is the 16. Kits are kits, who cares, right? But 16 for the objective reward, that's nice. What's going to be interesting about that as well is... Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. If you want to be able to afford the best players and open the best packs in FC24, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC24 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. They already offer some of the best prices out there, but you can get an extra 6% off using promo code NEP at checkout. Wait, there was another Evo for the group reward, was there? Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to get good. It's not an Evo slot, guys. It's an evolution, right? I know it says an evolution's consumable slot, but it's not a slot. It doesn't let you do twice at once. It's the same as what we got with the first Evo thing, where it just opens up the actual evolution. It is just finals, yeah. It is just finals. You can't do this outside of finals. Now here, win 5 for a jumbo premium gold pack, win 10 for an 83x3, win 15 for a rare gold pack, win 20 for an 81x11, win 25 for a rare electrum, win 30 for a prime, win 35 for an 83x10, win 40 for an 85x2, and the whole set gets you an 87x2. Listen, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'm glad things like this are here, man. Like, just reward us for playing more. Again, reward us for playing more. Yeah, I know what it says. Where it says evolutions can be unlocked for extra red shells. If you go to the home page, it's exactly what you see here. If it wants to load, those 2 red items there will be they will be the evolutions. Now, who you can put in them and what upgrades they get, we don't know. Even if you can upgrade them rather than just make them a red item, we don't know. But that's what they're going to be. With that being said, I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. Giving us, like one of the things I've been crying out for since last year, the year before, is reward us more for playing the game, and that's exactly what they're doing. Now, the gameplay, that's another question. That's another thing to talk about altogether. But they are rewarding us more for playing the game like they never have done before, and you can't be mad at that. Obviously, we get the new season in a couple of days, so there's going to be nothing here. What was the point of this if they just gave everyone free champs qualifications anyway? Milestones, nothing new in milestones. Evolutions, nothing new in evolutions. SPCs, there's going to be nothing, is there? Dynamic duos. Oh, Isaac Hine. 6'3", low-high work rates, good pace, bad passing and dribbling, good defending and physical. All right play styles, generally awful card. In the current game's meta, with that passing and dribbling, you've got no chance that's going to be a good card. It's only one segment. An 83 rating score of the team of the week. I think that's an outrageous price for a card that's so bang average. But hey, that's just my opinion on that. Do we have Mr. Mbappe? No, we don't. The 84 Road to the Lockout Trailblazers pack is back again. That might have already been there, I don't remember. Bronze, silver, and gold upgrades. We've got the final challenges there now as well. And we've got Shaw this time. More rare gold players pack. Or was it MS Dasari? He was it. So a rare gold pack from MS Dasari. 65 rated, 23 chem, 6 rares, 2 clubs, 4 nations, and a Saudi Arabian player in there for a rare gold pack untradeable. Nothing else in there. And nothing in icons. And so still, I think tomorrow is when we're going to see everything in here. Yeah, it is. We've got the Elite Season 1 Encore pack. That might have already been there, to be fair. It was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. 286 plus rows and knockouts. I mean, it's a bit of a slow day, as was expected. However, this one's a bit weird because this one's kits, but obviously you want the Ultimate Team Champions Pro Group reward for the evolution. I'm never going to be able to get 16 wins in the first weekend league. It's going to be a second weekend league for me to get that league on. So I'm excited about that. And then the Champions bonus, I like. 40 wins over 80 games. You just need to go 10 and 10 every week, and you'll unlock all of this over the course of time. I think that's good. And they've obviously upgraded. The. What they upgraded? The thingy, my bottom jigging the thing, you know. That 56. No, it's not 3 weekend leagues. It'll be 4 weekend leagues over the course of time. And then we've got. Wally's count. It says Champions Finals. Oh, Thunderstruck. Look at that. Man, one of the greatest things about FIFA 23 was the card designs were all insane. And this is it as well. These card designs are outrageous. This is coming Friday, opposed to the Black Friday start, pre-Black Friday Wednesday thing that's coming. Yeah, it starts at 2 p.m. It always starts on Black Friday. It always starts a little bit earlier. But that card design is superb. It is very, very good. Yeah, I know we would love to believe that this is going to be anything, but it literally says Champions Finals. Win 56 matches in Champions Finals. That is not inclusive of. You go into it. That is not inclusive of playoffs. So this is playoffs. Once you finish playoffs, you go to finals. This is what you need to win in. Yeah, 14 wins a week is heavy. It's heavy. Not everyone's going to have it. Some people will complete a lot of it. Some people will complete some of it. Some people will complete all of it. Some people will probably complete none of it. but I still like it. I still like it, right? I still like it. And the reason why I still like it, even though I'm probably not going to be able to complete it myself on the road to glory, is for the simple fact of like best players should be rewarded. They should. They should just be rewarded differently. I think if you're able to get 56 wins out of 80 games, and that unlocks for you a very unique evolution, I think that's great. I think that's great. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you as always for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, some comments, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Before we go, actually, I was about to get out of here. I want to go and have a look at the player. I want to go and have a look at the player. I forgot about him. I forgot about him. All right, I forgot about him. Sorry, he's a easily forgettable player, to be fair. Oh, that's a crazy price, isn't it? That is an outrageous price for a card that is so bang average. I mean, that dribbling is horrific. That passing is horrific. Defending physical, very good. Pace, good. 6'3", good. Potentially upgradable, good. It's just not it. It's just not it. And then, yeah, the 8 foot, I suppose, Knockout Trailblazers is back again. And then Mr. Suarez there. Now, this one's an interesting one because I will do it because I'm going to try to get close after. But there's like these players are on the floor unless you get one of the big ones. So good luck with packs on those. Thank you guys very much for watching. See you next time. I'm out. Peace. I should do that. We do this. Interviewing a convicted school shooter might be one of the most bone-chilling experiences anyone could have. But these conversations give us a haunting glimpse into the dark and evil minds of these kids, making us question what exactly drove them to commit such a tragedy. Number 10, Brenda Spencer. January 29th, 1979, Grover Cleveland Elementary School in San Diego, California witnessed an outrageous school shooting that claimed the lives of the principal and a custodian, while 8 children and a police officer named Robert Robb were also injured. The shooter was a 16-year-old girl named Brenda Spencer. Brenda was born and raised in a house right across the street from that school. After her parents divorced, she was left to live in poverty with her deadbeat father, Wallace Spencer. They both slept on a single mattress in one room apartment filled with empty bottles of alcohol. Her father's lifestyle exposed Brenda to drugs and alcohol at a young age. And despite knowing that she was suicidal, he bought her a gun for Christmas with 500 rounds of ammunition, the same gun she would eventually use to carry out the shooting. Spencer underwent a mental evaluation and was advised to check into a mental facility for her depression. However, her father refused to give that permission. He supposedly got her this gun so she would kill herself. But in January of next year, she used it in the school instead. On that Monday morning, Spencer loaded the Ruger semi-auto 22 caliber rifle and began shooting from her house. She shot it after waiting for the 53-year-old principal, Burton Ragg, who was supposed to open the gates to Grover Cleveland Elementary students. She injured 8 children, beginning with Cam Miller, since he was wearing Spencer's favorite color blue. Spencer shot and killed Ragg as he and teacher Daryl Barnes tried to help other children. She also killed 56-year-old custodian.
You see what the people who have hacked the game will do? So you can see it was meant to drive you fucking insane and force you to go out there and commit mass and heinous crimes against innocent people. Because they're located in Solly Hill, Leeds, Croydon and them places. So where would you have gone? You'd have gone out there hurting innocent people from Manchester, bro. That's what you'd have been doing. They would not have got caught. And like I said, let the police sit there and investigate and not and pay no attention. They say, well, that obviously would have been the case. Let them sit there like they're blind. I tell you, let them turn up against the bud, innit? I'm quite curious of how Greater Manchester's prosecution and judges are going to hide this. I'm quite curious. Uh, I know them. I know them that they know what is going on. I know that it's a setup. This is how white people set people up. Like I say, go and tell yourself, go around and tell yourself that black people and Asians were involved too. Admit that in court, innit? I mean, you might screw them. How many times you gonna try that shit? This whole time I'm complaining that my mechanics isn't working. I can't pass the ball. I keep hitting the post. I keep missing and shooting. Missing the net. The players keep falling. Like they were doing it. And guess what? The whole time I'm sat there sending threats to kill white people with blue eyes. They're all recording it and complaining to the police and complaining to. And like I said, EA would have to get involved and said they don't know why that would be happening. Who are these people that are making these reports? And trust me, you'd have found them easily and realized, no, that's why Manchester has an arrest. That's why the police down there has arrested because they're behind closed doors trying to figure some way to justify. Oh, we thought he had a gun and we thought he was going to hurt us. So what we tried to do was piss him off and see if he would pick that gun up, and then we could apprehend him by non-lethal forces because we've been training so hard to ensure nobody was hurt, including him. I know these man. I know how lie they are, bro. I know exactly what they are. And why I'm doing this and saying this is to ensure that they can't use them excuses. I'm deleting all excuses you have on the table because you're gonna be forced to say something, innit? It's simple, innit? I will make sure you man cannot make these claims and cannot defend yourself in this situation. It's clear, simple as that. Because what you did to me was try to set me up to have no defense. And if what if I was different from what I was? What if I was somebody to just go out there and get mad and just do things to anybody out of frustration? This country would have labeled me a goddamn terrorist. That's exactly what you man are. That's all you man have done is expose yourself down here. Right? I don't care like that. All you man have done is gone out there and expose your fucking self. Because I want to make sure that you man have no fucking cover in that courtroom. You have no excuses. You can't say because where would I get anything? Anybody who made that complaint was levied against me without my knowledge or anybody coming to me and not even remotely approaching me in something even remotely close to figure out if it's possible or not. You man are quite aware of malicious prosecutions and malicious reports and malicious accusations. So you try to weaponize incompetency, then you have a set of team, surveillance team on me. Then you have people spreading rumors. Then you have people manipulating the game. Then you have people manipulating my devices. I proved it that my shit have been hacked. They try to say, oh, use different passwords for use different passwords for different this and that. Yeah, 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 fuck off. I mean, they've got one, so that means they've got all, don't they? Because I use my personal email on the device, so they can sign into all of my devices just the same way. Fucked it, innit? And there's a way. It's easy to catch you, man. I ain't going out of my way to try to hide it. Why should I? Why should I go around running around trying to stop everything? You have bare people working. Why should I put myself through that? So obviously, what was meant to happen is somebody going into hospital and then being labeled as schizophrenic. That you can just say, oh well, he's not fit for a trial because you're gonna try to hide what you were doing. So what? Where's your judge and your prosecution going to go with that? You can argue that that would make sense. Just like human, but trust me. You go and tell yourself that, oh, whoever else is involved, show them, innit? Show them all, bro. Show them fucking all, bro. So everybody will agree with you. It'll be much better. So everybody will agree with you, man, bro. It says win five. I just won the game, so I don't know why that started up. But it's only saying one. But I definitely have three French girls in my team. Yeah, 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 definitely. So this whole time, all this stuff was going on in the game. Me getting 6 wins and these mad stuff not qualifying. Some concept they're doing it all. No wonder the whole community around me has gone quiet because they either were playing a part in it or they fucking realized what was going on that day themselves were being stitched up and put in harm's way all over fucking lives by men who live in other parts of the country. That none of them bullets or knives or stones or bottles or torches would have ever hit because I can't fling them all the way that far. So it's not about protecting the country. Well, it's certainly not about protecting the community. So they weren't being endangered themselves. Yeah, so the true French place, I don't understand why that didn't register, but whatever. Uh, Bruno. Bruno. I think she's really good, this girl. Really good. I can't imagine how they're gonna tell the public that I pleaded guilty. Guess what? Now I know what you man done. I won the lotto, blood. I ain't never gonna any plan I had I would have never done it. No. So go and prove that there was a plan in the first place. Good luck. How about just hold that L, blood? Any plan you man were claiming was going. Why would I do it? No, I mean it doesn't make sense, innit? So not only you man are failures beyond measure here, blood, you man are going to be embarrassed. Blood. And if you turn out not to be the government, you're fucked twice because not only you gonna have them man on your case, trust me, you're gonna have me on your case. So there's no way for you man to go with this bitch, bro. Like, yeah, so it's better you are the government. There's no way for you man to go, bro. You know man, them man reach out worldwide. They get you know. Teach you man a lesson, bro.
High school cheerleader Tristan Bailey. And although Aiden isn't particularly a school shooter, his act against a fellow student earned him a spot on this list. May 9th, 2021. Tristan Bailey's lifeless body was discovered shortly after her family reported her missing. Her untimely demise was shocking, but what truly captured everyone's attention was the dehumanizing manner in which Fuji treated her leading up to her death. Tristan Bailey was one of 5 children born to Stacy and Forrest Bailey, residing in Durban Crossing in northeast St. Johns County. She was a student and a cheerleader at Patriot Oaks Academy, the same school attended by Aiden Fuji. While they didn't hang out together, Bailey did unfortunately fall victim to Fuji's historic fixation. During the court proceedings, Aiden's girlfriend, whose identity remained concealed for her safety, testified to Fuji's disturbing obsession with violence.
Yeah, so while they're doing this, yeah, they can claim that they have some witness to some act or that says, oh, they overheard me saying this and that, and they can go, oh, that witness is anonymous, or right. So in court cases, if there's a case against you, yeah, they keep they keep that witness anonymous, yeah. Guess what? That person, based on a false accusation, because usually people who are falsely accused end up doing certain things to themselves if they don't get legal help. It usually points to that they were falsely accused. Those who actually have intent would carry out their intent even faster, now feeling like the police is onto them. They would just do whatever now. It would just be a botch job at that point. Cool. That person now fucking end up drops out of the situation, self harms. That witness is never going to be identified. Nobody would ever know if that witness was legitimate, a liar, or a part of the whole conspiracy against that individual. The law is very dirty. So not only you, man, I'm gonna punish the police for doing it, helping you, man, and whoever you fuck you are, we'll punish them. So the day of retribution. Yeah, the day of retribution. Pussies.
Depicting him in the backseat of a patrol car, taking a selfie and flashing a peace sign. The message read, this cast Aiden as the primary suspect in her murder. Subsequently, he was arrested.
So whoever the witness is, they can hide them. So they can use witnesses for malicious prosecution and malicious investigation. Oh, and claim, oh, there's a witness, there's a witness. Nobody knows who this witness is. Nobody knows who this apparent person that was harmed is. No family has come out and said their daughter is missing and is connected to it. Nobody has come out and said their son's missing and is connected to it. Nobody comes out and says nobody knows who got hurt and who the investigation is based on. Nobody knows who the witness is. The target or the victim or the person of interest now falls asleep, not of his own accord or whatever. All of them people, all that story gets locked up, and nobody knows who or what actually went on. And then they all move on. The police stay quiet. Nobody knows what went on there. Nobody knows who the witnesses was, and I would suspect they do it all the time. Or you did it to the wrong man.
However, this wasn't the main reason why Adam did what he did. In school, he was frequently struck with anxiety.
You man fucked around with the wrong person, dude. Because I know more than you man think I know.
But over time, it became worse.
Sat there and I watched you pussy all the time, bro.
However, during the time
Because
he was still
that witness, that anonymous witness that they are keeping and saying, oh, is what's the word? Is collaborating, yes, is collaborating and working with them, and they're keeping them anonymous to protect them. And oh, they're not revealing who the person that any issue is with because they need to protect the sensitivity of the investigation and not let the criminal be any wiser that they're looking at them. Oh, it is bullshit. Oh, it is bullshit. But when it all falls apart, all of a sudden there's nothing. There's nothing, no reports, no acknowledgement of the case. It's as if it didn't happen. It's as if it didn't happen. So everyone might agree with what's being said about me. What exactly what information were you given that you're agreeing? Because if they can manipulate me through the game, then what are they doing to you, man? And this ain't no begging for no public support. I don't need the support, innit? Nobody supported me. I did it all myself. So no doubt these psychologists and psychiatrists would have been sat there saying, "Oh, he's showing this signs and that signs." And these men are idiots, but they're not smart. Mm. No doubt they would have been saying all these mad stuff about me, these psychiatrists, and they're spreading it around, telling everybody why I'm some sort of person of interest in God knows what, which is clear that is the case. But nobody actually knows what exactly I'm being accused of to the exact point. It's just a bunch of random rumors of various forms. Obviously, I can't say what the rumors actually are because they will probably know who they have told different stories to, so they would know who to look at. Because they will tell different stories because that's how they catch you out, innit? Like I said, most people, if they have a plan and they feel like somebody's onto them, they'd run off and try to slip out of the country or some shit, or they will just do a botch job in it and don't care about what the plan was. And just do a madness to get me in it. So they know they're screwed because there ain't any reason they could put on that table why this was justified in terms of the investigation. I'd slap that out of the water, but they wouldn't even, it won't even make sense on paper, innit? Because the typical behavior of these people, and of people, that's what psychologists look for, typical behavior. So they would have known, so they clearly are a part of the scam, innit? Because that's what psychologists do. They look at typical behavior, things they've seen before, things, action that usually happen, and 100% for no doubt or fact. People who are in these things and actually are up to stuff, they botch that job and hurry because not only they're panicking, they want to do something because whatever the plan was. So typical behavior. So for these psychiatrists to not see that way, there's no typical behavior being exhibited here. What are they saying? I'm so pro. I'm so expert. That's funny. That's hilarious. I'm a pro at catching snakes, bro. That's what I do, innit? I'm a snake wrangler, you get me? And there's nothing legal about catching people who do certain things. I don't rate you, man, bro. Man, I'm not my type, my people. I'm not my kind of people, bro. You have a problem with a man, you face a man head on or you go about your business, innit? Other people might be scared of the system. I ain't scared of nothing, but fuck it, innit? It is what it is, innit? Y'all know where I'm at. So you can see look how dark it is, yeah? My eyes are constantly having to readjust. It goes back in the light, it's readjustment of my eyes. It goes into the dark, it's readjustment of the eyes. Yeah, you should know better than putting stuff like this in the game because it messes with people's vision. At the start of the game, it says, "Oh, you can get seizures and stuff like that." Well, seizures are usually triggered off by light. So why fuck around with this? Nobody wants to shit in the game. Nobody look. Nobody wants to shit in the game. I say I can't move now. And this is what they're doing. This is the people are doing. Like I say, let that investigation team fucking sit there and act like they didn't see. Because what they're gonna do? Wipe the whole YouTube? Good luck, bro. Plenty of people out there would have saw what was being said online anyway. Who was out there saying, "Oh, it's just on bad luck. He's just bad lucky that this happened to the game." Ain't bad lucky, no. Who was out there saying, "Oh, it's just bad lucky that nobody knows why"? Nobody knows why this is happening to the game. I guess somebody's signing into it. Go do your job, Batsy boy. Anybody out there saying, "Oh, you're just unlucky," and they don't know, they didn't do this. Go and find all them people, Albert. That's what the police does. Go and find that investigation. You get me? Or do your jobs, bitches. Because if you don't do your job properly, then you hardly going to get a conviction. Plain and simple. You don't do your job properly. No, all of it, I can't move, brother. I simply can't move. Look, tackling through my leg. So this whole thing when they're tackling through my players, this is what this that's the people who are doing it. So that's them messing with my internet. Because the rest of my other YouTube is quite stable. There's no shaking on my screen. So like I said, the police team that's investigating the people that are surveilling should have noticed that. They can't be that incompetent to think, wait, why is this YouTube not also buffering but the game's lagging up? Because it's not an internet issue, it's a attack designed to stitch you up. And Greater Manchester police would have hid that this was going on, or they would have tried to use it against me. You say, oh, where have you been on this day, this night? Oh, and then I'm in Manchester, blood. I'm in my house. They're like, well, we have fucking GPS location. I says you were in fucking Solihull, England. The boy, the one, the text. That's what they would have done. That's exactly what they would have done. Made me look like a liar. Oh, I'm saying I would have been in Manchester, blood, at my house. Like you're lying, you signed in at some location at this point. I'm gonna screw you. I'm gonna fuck it all up for you, man. Bro. I dislike you, man. I don't care who you are. I dislike you. Completely dislike you. I never regret nothing. Fuck you, man. No, I cannot tackle this guy all of a sudden. I will attack this guy. Trust me. Any one of you. Any one of you. I just need the confirmation. Man. That's why they keep sending the NHS to my house. Is because they're trying to get the NHS to cover it up and go behind. Obviously, they can't have it in court because it's gonna expose the government and the people who did it. So they're trying to send the NHS to try and make false reports. I said, turn up with your warrant, bitch, because they have to go to the magistrate court to get it. You have to go to the magistrate court to get that. So tell that judge good luck in. because it would all come out in the end. And that no judge in that courtroom, in the magistrate court, is going to be able to legally sign any sealed orders here because it will be just protecting corruption. And corruption in the court, nobody wants that. Certainly not. No, they won't get away with that. So any sort of sealed orders here, if the Home Secretary made the mistake and try to put it under the national security, y'all are screwed anyway. But it shows that the whole thing is corrupted. Look, I kind of stopped this kid in it, so he's one of them as well. Um, Zakara AFC 10. So that looks like some form of. I don't even know. I need to look at what team he's got in his name. I look at what team that is and see where that team is from. But just like these players that I'm playing, yeah, just like how EA knows your location, EA would know what location these players are playing from and what area they're actually coming from around the country. EA would know. Xbox would know how to what's it called, geolocation. They would know exactly how to find it. But that's why they can't have it in court because EA would know. EA and Xbox would definitely know where these accounts are from and possibly be able to identify them through their names and ages and date of birth. So it would be easy to track these guys down. So they know they fucked it, innit? That's why Manchester United, no, not Manchester United, Greater Manchester Police is silent on the topic because they know it's their little sons and brothers who did it. And what an embarrassment. Fuck with me, yeah, it's quite simple. I will say how long you man go with it. Innit? Trust me, I'm seeking to go as far as possible. Just look, six is not a game until it's not a set of matches without conceiving seeding seven or more. But like, every single time I sit down and play the game, I concede 7 goals, but because my controller seems to not work properly. So these little white guys in, like I said, this could not go on without white people say so. It couldn't. It couldn't happen without them, and they know they'd be embarrassed because it's not like they can say, "Oh well, it's not racism because these people agree too." It's not like they can say that. They have to take the L, and they know they have to take the L because it's not like they can say who else was involved. No, it's not. It's not a game until I sit down and concede 7 goals. You can't get the ball off this guy because my controller isn't moving properly. But like, it's just dead heavy. I can't transition from left to right because they sat down and do it. They're quite angry because they got caught in it, and they know that they're cowards. Because what did they do now, innit? I mean, the plastic anger in it. Like, I mean, they're bashing that button in front of them, innit? I mean, these guys are fakers, but guys are quite angry, you get me? And they can't do nothing more than press computer buttons, bro. This is the definition of what you call computer bad boys. Like these guys, bro. Walk around like the gangsters and that, but they're really computer fanatics, bro. Like computer bad boys, bro. Like, look, I can't tackle the guy. Fuck it, innit? I say, trust me. I'm gonna attack you, bro. Anyway, I see. Okay, if I see you in the courtroom, I've changed my mind. I will attack you in the courtroom just to see. I don't need anything more than making sure all the evidence is handed in to the judge and the jury. And at that point, the moment I see I'm attacking, moment. As long as all the evidence goes in first, that's it. Nobody's gonna come and tell me that I'm a snitch. You man try to fabricate evidence against me. I'm gonna do exactly what you man did, put evidence in the courtroom against you. then attack you on top of it to distinguish ourselves that we are not the same. I've seen plenty of man get set up by the system, but trust me, I know exactly what this is. We all know men, we all know famous men who are being set up by the system, but there's no evidence, and they make claims of CSI territory stuff. And nobody knows where this individual is, but nobody knows where this fucking person went to. Nobody knows if they were given a different name and sent out to live a different life in a different country. Nobody knows anything. But somehow people got convicted and been given life sentences for an invisible person blood, that they themselves don't even know if they run off. Because the irony of that is, yeah, somebody goes missing, yeah, the police will say, well, it's possible that they just moved away to another country, yeah. But they themselves say that it's possible that that person moves away to another country. But when they have something malicious against you, they don't see it like that. You certainly did that. Ah, the boy, the thugs. A fool. Well, you see all the time, people go missing, and the police claim that, oh, it's possible that they just moved away and didn't want to be in contact with anybody, or wanted a different life, blah blah blah, and say, oh, they're adults, they can't do that, yeah. But then all of a sudden, man, are being prosecuted for somebody that's nowhere to be seen. That's not how the law works. So they're obviously abusing the power, innit? And whether we can do anything about it and that, exposing it is a start, innit? Mhm. Somebody can simply change their name, get a new identity. Can you see that in all the time when we call witness protection? They're giving new identities and blah blah blah, and shipped off to even other countries. So this is possible that that's what went on. Like I said, I'm assuming the worst because you have to do that. There's no point trying to play nice. So you got to assume the worst, innit? That the accusation is even more dreadful than you believe or was led to believe. So I'm assuming the worst. And I'm saying it's possible that whoever it is was shipped off to somewhere else, given a different name and identity, or possibly never even existed in the first place. Like I said, somebody end up dropping out of the game of their own accord, then what is going to be said? That case just get closed. That's it. Nobody knows who the fucking witnesses was. Nobody knows where they went. Nobody knows nothing. You know what I mean?
I noticed the rope around my neck and I started screaming. They called me.
So it's what I mean. Like this is how dirty they are. Yeah. When they've got stuff against you, you don't make any false accusation. See if they don't investigate and find and tell the whole world that you're a liar. So next girl come, next guy come and makes the same accusation. All of a sudden they believe, and they didn't have a clue that that was a lie. They do. It's like you see he's come up with his name, Mole FC, isn't it? Ah, yeah, F yourself, dude. What is a mole? What is a mole? A mole is somebody who tells secrets. That's what a mole is. That's what a mole is. A mole is somebody who goes around digging into people's business and telling secrets. This is no mole. You man try to set me up. Suck your mother. So we're gonna see what a mole is in terms of policing and government stuff and yeah, I mean, I'm only basically people who commit espionage and forms of it. Yeah. So this con come around with his mole FC. So this account is clearly one of them. So I assume I'm gonna be have 7 or 10 goals scored on me as a result. I mean, it's perfect, but it's too easy. It's way too easy. You man, are just racist, but plain and simple. You convince some people that you man are not. That's them because they're stupid. Quite simple, innit? You man can convince other people that you are not this and not that. But I can easily be discredited and disproven within a courtroom setting. Easy. You say plenty of slave masters had black slaves within the house. Plenty of them, blood. So one black friend or two. Don't mean you're not racist, man. Nigga. It just means you have good cover, innit? Or you have colonialism mentalities. Because that's what colonialism was. Let Britain come and say, "Oh, I'm trying to destabilize the community," because that's the type of people you are. Anything you want to come and make up, trust me, I've got an excuse and a defense prepared for you. Bro. I'm simply smarter than you, man. Bro. You man need to be ousted in the community, and there's no way somebody can destabilize a nation or even attempt to. It is impossible. But no doubt, these men will come up with their fictitious lies because they think it's a movie, bro. They think this is some fucking CIA movie. You get me? I know that they say that I think that. Like I say, the perfect way to scam people is to say that they are the scammers, bro. That is the perfect way to do it. You claim somebody's a scammer, you be able to scam him. I mean, people make accusations all the time about self-defense, yeah, and they say, oh, their partners were abusing them and they did this to them. It's the same thing. They accuse them of being violent and malicious and making them feel unsafe and putting their lives in danger. And then they try to execute them. And it comes out that, well, that was a lie. So the best way to accuse somebody or to do something to somebody is simply by accusing them of the very crime you're trying to commit. No doubt these comes to them and say, oh, he thinks he lives in America. He's delusional. Why the thugs? I mean, you might fuck the egg, like, I'm pussy over. Trust me, one to you, man. I'm very serious about what things I said. Anything you come out with, trust me, I've got something ready for you, man. Bro. Anything you man can come out with, I don't care who you are. Bro. I told you, it's another 7, innit? This guy will call himself Mole FC, innit? So we need to find his identity and see if this guy's got a humongous mole on his body, because then it would make sense. But if he doesn't have a humongous mole on his body, what is he referring to? Yeah, I mean, I can lie if I want. Yeah, I mean, the government doesn't get to lie. Me, as the accused in defense, is allowed to lie, bro. If you find me lying, then do what you do. If you can't prove that I'm lying, then you can't prove it. Therefore, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I'm allowed to lie just as much as they are allowed to lie. Apparently, they're allowed to lie to get information from you, You're not allowed to lie to them to get information from them. I don't think life works like that. I'm allowed to lie just as much as you to get the evidence against you, man. I'm allowed to say anything. The police pretends to be hitmen to catch people who are trying to hire them. I can pretend to be a hitman if I need to do the same. The law is set for everybody, not just for you, man. But you, man, are just sad because I'm better at that than you, man. And I didn't need a team. I just did it by myself. I told you, it's seven. We're looking at a 7-0 game, man. I got in front of the net 3 times, and somehow the ball wasn't placed into the back of the net. So I tried to pass the ball over the top. It wouldn't go over the top. It went on the floor. He got through his legs. It's almost half time, man. So I'm telling you, these guys are whoever these people are in this Solly Hill play, they're the ones that's doing it. So I'm making to make sure shouting it out loud and fucking vulgar and boisterous, so that even when it comes down to it, let them go on my YouTube and try and use what I've said as evidence. But they don't have to use the whole YouTube as well. I can use it as defense just the same. And show them that you might not even smart as you might think. But, without these fucking things on YouTube and social media, man don't have a case, man. I handed that to you, man, in case you didn't realize, because you already sucked. I mean, look, so these people who are hacking and stuff, look at it, look at this, yeah. These people who are hacking and stuff. This is what it's about. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Look at his legs. Yeah. Look at my man's legs. Look how it's twisted in the neck. Yeah. How am I supposed to move? Through his legs. How am I supposed to move? How am I supposed to move? Yeah. All of that. That's what they are. That's what they're doing. That's the people who are hacking the game. It was meant to stitch me up, though. When I try and Google EA's number address in the UK, because they obviously trade in the UK, so they have some sort of office in the UK. I cannot find it on any device, but I've tried. I've got two Xboxes, a laptop, and a phone that all has Google capabilities, and none of the four of them is finding. It's because they have access to my account. They can mess with my account and my searches. So this is how stitched up the government is, and that's why they can't come out, and that's why they can't even arrest me. Because even if they weren't behind it, and they could have arrested me on certain grounds, yeah, and then they go and find whoever after, they know that it would look quite suspicious that somebody is thinking about this to this level and premeditated everything, because it obviously is proven that's a premeditated action. They're probably saying, "Oh, we're gonna get him on premeditation." Look closely, bro. Look very closely. I don't think you. I think you might need glasses, bro. I mean, I think you might need to go to Specsavers, man. You might need to visit Specsavers because, trust me, you're not seeing properly. It has been more than established that this was a premeditated action. Because why can I not find these companies to complain to? So since this is England, this is what you do. There's nothing in the legislation that says human are allowed to stop people to interfere with people and then stop them from complaining. Nothing in the legislation says that. Yeah, even if you have a warrant that says you can interfere with somebody's communication, it says nothing about, well, if you think something's wrong with his devices as a result, there's nothing that says, well, you can stop him from finding information or complaint. Nothing, it won't allow that. It would simply mean you were caught. So everywhere you turn, you man are screwed. That's what it simply means. The law says a warrant can allow you to um, break into someone's devices and their homes based on the warrant. You get caught in that situation, nothing human can do about it. You simply got caught. Simply as that. It does not say you can't stop somebody from complaining or approaching and asking if you people indeed did such things. The law says you gotta answer that question, my nigga. So I've more than established premeditation in your actions. It is blatantly malicious, and that's why you can't arrest me. I mean, nobody wants to go to prison, but I'm willing to risk it because I know I'm right. I'm not actually risking nothing. I'm just right. I guess it's easy to behave like this when you know you want. The That's why making me look like a fool and an addict in the public. That's why your attempt to humiliate me only backfired and you man got humiliated as a result. Because everybody knows apparently, everybody agree. Everybody knows that you man indeed were beat and it's not meant to happen. And now people know what really goes on and how you man get these 100% convictions by it. Because I've tried to find like various like articles publishing, even like journalism on when anybody has ever beaten you people. And it seems like it's scrubbed, all of that is scrubbed from the internet. It's as if they don't want nobody to know that and figure out what happened. So either they're scrubbing it from the internet through the internet companies, or they're ensuring that certain people don't broadcast that. Well, I've tried to find cases where these men have ever been beat, but it doesn't seem like they have. And that's obviously a lie. They obviously have been beat by other people. Not everybody is an overreactor, innit? And that's what they depend on, the overreaction. Oh, we're just doing our jobs and you thought, oh, it's some fucking public witch hunt against you. What's the difference? You can tell a witch hunt from somebody just actually doing the job. It's very hard. I mean, it's not like quite a few police officers haven't been caught doing criminal things. So we can rule out them being angels and that they wouldn't do something like that. We can obviously rule that out. I mean, so the allegation isn't merely an unfounded. Yeah, that's weird. It's not an unfounded allegation. There is more than enough base to the allegation to say, well, somebody did it. I've reported it to that whatever them police are called that deals with the internet. I can't remember what they're called. But basically, if you think your devices are being hacked and stuff, they've got like a specialist, expert team. I reported it to them man. Them man rang me once, never rang me back to this day, brother. This was over 8 months ago. So they obviously knew. They obviously were told exactly who and what is going on there. Was they giving the full details? I don't really care. But they obviously told who it was because that's why they have not responded. Because what they're gonna say, we found nobody. They all obviously couldn't say that because if it turned out that the warrant was actually doing and they were doing interference and intrusive and surveillance, then that means they're lying. And that's not how the law works. So when you look at it from that, they know they're beat. They're beat beyond their measures. That's what you get for trying to embarrass me, but that's how life works. Don't try and embarrass me, bitch. I'll make your life a misery for it, bro. Trust me. Let your man life a miserable for it. I just want to identify you, bro. Trust me. I'm gonna put so every private investigator in this country, I'm gonna put on your case if I can afford it, bro. And if I can't afford it, I'll go and do it myself, bro. I'm gonna goddamn pay for a private investigation course that legally allows me to do it. So it legally can't be classified as stalking. Fuck you, man, over, bro. That's how you do it. That's how you stalk somebody legally, bro. Just go and get a private investigator fucking badge or go work for the government. Simple as that. And that second one ain't happening for nothing. So I legally be able to fucking stalk your clock. And if you're using your position to find out my vehicles and stuff like that to know how to identify when it's me, then you're breaking the law because you're using the police database in unlawful means. What more? Let's see. I'm just smarter than you, man. Bro. I had no concern. I didn't care about you, man. Like, you get me? everybody in this country and across the world can testify. So this guy's never spoken like this. All of a sudden, he's behaving this way. What happened? He will testify to that and say, well, he's never said stuff like this before. I don't like you, man. But plain and simple. There's no amicable solution here for what you man try to do here. Other people might be okay with just the money. I'm not other people, because I can't have you out there. I really can't allow you man to just be out there. You man are threatening. You man would not have allowed fucking Bin Laden to run around free. So certainly won't do it either. I'm following my master's examples, or my superiors. I'm sorry, yeah. That's what, man didn't allow Bin Laden to run around this blood clot place without being checked and watched and controlled, and ultimately tossed off the side of some goddamn navy ship. So trust me, I ain't allowing you man to do that either. So go write that down in your report, Boxy boy. Go and tell him how that I'm homophobic. Like that means anything. Does homophobia actually mean anything? Or is it just a generalized statement based on culture? The more I do, the talks. It must be a nightmare for you people to sit there and watch me, innit? Because the way I talk and the way I think does not reflect in my behavior, does it? Your psychiatrist are shit, man. Told you, body language, psychology, it's easily proven that it's nonsense. That is malicious because you go into a courtroom, the lawyer is going to figure out about any witnesses in that courtroom and say, well, have you got any extensive history, anything at all about you? You get me? And then if they find anything, that they'll kick you off the witness thing or have you removed from the witness list because you have a motive and have incentive. Quite simple, isn't it? You have motive and fucking incentive. So hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. So can you imagine, yeah? Can you imagine I thought my life was in danger in Manchester and I had a flight response instead of a fight response. I run off to London, run off to Solihull, run off to Leeds thinking I'm safe. And them cunts would have just been there just the same, doing the same thing. So where would I have run to? I would never be safe anywhere. That sounds like a legitimate claim for a goddamn weapon. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you go back no more, no more, no more, no more. That's what you man get for going like you pussies are clever. I hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Said the boy them I no thugs. Yeah. So tell them girls who you man have played this making them false report and witness statements. What you gonna do? Are you man there burning and shredding paperwork like nothing? Why don't you come back no more? I don't know what it talks about. The hell is that? Yeah, people do some weird stuff. What is a more? So I'm gonna type in, yeah, I'm gonna type in on what you call it. So this guy, his name was the one I just played. His team name was Mole FC. Apparently he was there 15 days ago, so I don't know why I'm playing him now. Uh, and so I'm gonna type in what is a mole. I hope it doesn't come with the animal mole. Yeah, I mean, uh, what is a mole? So his name was Mole FC. Innit? Mole. I hope it doesn't come up with a fucking animal, bro. Because I'm aware what a mole is, isn't it? Somebody that does some sort of espionage. So you got skin mole, like skin. What you got? Skin lesions. You got mole, the animal. Mm.
I can't choose. I mean,
It's like you pussies. So I typed in what is mole coming up with some woman doing some weird hand gesture. Shit about chemistry, skin lesion. So is mole spy. So I'm checking to see if this is what they're accusing me of now. Because the first allegations fell on deaf ears and they were completely embarrassed. Is a mole a spy? Now the CIA more who brought us intelligence to its knee. Right, so high ranking. So immediately I typed in what is a more. It says the CIA more that brought the intelligence to its knee. So I'm gonna click on the video on that one and then go on this YouTube and it should be there just the same. So Britain has its own intelligence. I'm on the UK's YouTube because the UK and Europe has a different YouTube to America. Why are they coming up with fucking the CIA stuff? It never comes up with stuff about Britain. It's always this shit about pure American stuff, innit? So like I say, the same people who are hacking the device, they have access to my account and they're setting up the stuff. So them man are probably going over there calling the Americans, or you get me, trying to get me. They're probably gonna try and transfer me to some fucking prison in America, you get me? Well literally, I typed in what is a spy. So I'm gonna put it on this one in a minute and show you what I typed in, what my last thing I typed in, and what it comes up with. It just comes up with all this American stuff. Britain has its own YouTube. The UK has the UK's YouTube, yeah. But it keeps sending me to American stuff, but like nothing about Britain comes up. Absolutely nothing. It's just pure American shit. And you're telling me what? Nobody has ever been accused of being a mole in Britain, bro? I hardly think so. So yeah, the level it goes deep, innit? Yeah, just pure American, Russian, and Chinese shit. Nothing about Britain. Britain is completely omitted. So if you're doing something, yeah, the last thing you want is somebody having a history of the behavior of what you do. Because guess what? They understand more in it, so you can see why they'll remove them sort of recommendations from mine. Well, I'm gonna watch it anyway. So this guy, yeah, he had a team name, Mon. So I'm gonna block him. So I'm gonna ensure these guys are all these people are on my block list that their accounts have to be looked into and identify these little cunts. Yeah. They thought they were so clever, right? So this guy, where is he from? So if I get the seafood image, see if I can get his picture. What team is that? Let me see what team it is. So this is some Arsenal kid, isn't it? Yeah, it says something London is red. Obviously, that's what Arsenal. Yeah, and somebody signed into my account from London. Innit? I don't give a fuck about no one and their history and their problems. My interest is solely mine. I don't care about nothing else. So make any accusation, you'd have to prove why and what did I gain out of that.
The aftermath of his near-decade-long spying spree was immense, with the US government recognizing it as the most disastrous failure of intelligence in the nation's history. This is the story of the notorious CIA mole who shook American intelligence to its very foundation.
Right, yeah? So I'm gonna go on. So I'd literally just go on that. I'm gonna show you what I typed in. I'm gonna show you the results. Like, it just keeps coming up with only shit about America. It's always been like that. I've never thought anything of it, but this is what it came up with, yeah? This. But I've never really thought anything of it. So you can see, I typed in, is a mole a spy? So I typed in this first, what is a mole? It came up with some mathematics stuff for GCSE. It came up with skin lesions, stuff like that. I typed in this, and it came up with just pure American shit, but nothing about Britain. I'm on a British YouTube. So who swapped, yeah, my YouTube region? Who did that? Somebody did it. Because look, yeah, BBC documentary traitors within, yeah, spies who sold, cool, yeah. Pay this, pay American shit, pay American shit, pay American shit, pay American shit. So no doubt, if my guesstimation is correct, yeah, if my guesstimation is correct, them man would have fucking gone and got America involved in this, whether secretly or publicly. Knowing them, they fucking would have. But look, nothing about Britain comes up there. That BBC one, it never came up on the other one, but it came up now. Yeah. Look, it's just all them, blood. You're telling me that it never happens in the UK? Nothing else, no European country. You know what I mean? The only European country it speaks about is hostile ones, but none of the allies from Europe are on there. Look, yeah, I've watched that one time ago. So I exposed the government secret and went on the run. So this is why they were doing all these weird stuff, coming into my house secretly, messing with me electronic, because they tried to scare me to run. I ain't scared of nobody, but like, I don't care who you are, man. I regret I go and sit in prison. I regret it. That time it's too late. It was way too late. So it would have mattered at that point. But like, I get me. But this one is showing up different things from the other one. Like for years, dude, I've never really took. Never really took notice that my stuff always recommend mainly American stuff, unless I search for a specific thing, person, name, or channel. It always recommends these American channels. It's not like you're going around thinking that somebody do it. You just watch it, innit? So no doubt they were trying to deflect what I am doing, or and try to make out like, oh, I'm angry about certain issues in America, and it's going to take it out on Britain. Come on, come on, you might think they're smart, but it's easy to deceive somebody if you're not expecting something, innit? But I obviously expect it, no. Alright, on this other Xbox, I should really connect it and show you. It comes up with a fucking complete different shit, but like different shit.
Switch to Vodafone. Be about time for the broadband to go down. Don't worry, you're on full fibre, the UK's most reliable broadband technology. You can switch to Vodafone. Hello, I'm Roger Mudd. Welcome to the History Channel. What is it that causes people to betray their country? Is it money? Is it politics? Is it the challenge of beating the system? Or is it the excitement of living on the edge? Whatever the motive,
All of the above and none of the answers.
who had access to America's deep
When in that multiple choice question, I just write circle Z. And if it's not on the answer list, I'll fucking write that bitch in myself. The messages and the motives don't fuck with me. I don't care who you are. Plain and simple. There's not a second reason. There's no other alternative motive, but do not fuck with me. I don't care who you are. As the reason, you don't have to look too far to figure that out. That is simply the reason. Don't fuck with me.
1985 would become known as the year of the spy, when 4 Americans committed treason. Every time you caught, it was worse than one before. More astounding was the fact that they worked for 4 different intelligence agencies. Each of these agencies never believed their own people could turn against them. The breadth of the penetration and the damage done to naval and military operations, the loss of top secret codes, and the execution of our own spies in Russia were catastrophic. Collectively, the damage is absolutely insane and could have
Cause you know what, I used to look like I used to just like sit back and chill. Sometimes like, I can't be asked with, you know what I mean, being on the road and yeah, that's what it was like, innit? I ain't got no money. I'm not out there because I don't like begging and I don't like the whole thing in it. So I just keep myself in my house. Innit? That's one reason why I used to be at home all the time. Because I'm fucking broke. It's not an act. It's not no fucking tactic. Nothing. I'm a broke man. Dude. Yeah. And obviously, anybody who sees would know why you were fucking broke. They fucking would know why. Dude. So being broke, being feeling ill all the time, can't get no answers. You're obviously going to be an irritated person and easily vexed, easily triggered. It's obvious, isn't it? Like I say, I couldn't be a mole not in a million years because I didn't go. I've never worked for the government ever, never. I tried to get involved in the military as a base and as a reservist in the infantry. You ain't got no clearance to see shit that is of word of nothing. Anything you know, trust me, anybody out there that is an opposition could go and look on YouTube and find it just the same. So I can't be a more. But knowing them, they'll fucking twist the story and lie at you the teeth. So that's what they do. They're liars. I don't have any access to any sort of information that the public couldn't find themselves. What they did was try to stitch me up and expose themselves. That's it. Plain and simple. They expose what they do because they probably do it to others, and I don't like to. Nobody likes a smart ass or I know it all, but I'm a genius. Plain and simple. There's not a second excuse. Indeed a genius. I'm a very clever. Some people are clever when it comes to chemistry, biology. Unfortunately for them, I'm just clever when it comes to stuff like this. You know what I mean? Through your legs. Yeah.
Even his lawyer, who was certainly no Evans Jr., was in fact much closer to an overweight inspector himself. Miller had been chastised by the agency for being obese and for selling Amway products out of the trunk of his car. He was viewed as a loser by most of his fellow agents.
Mm.
At age 47, Miller's private life was in shambles.
Look at this
In
shit.
1983, he had been excommunicated from the Mormon church, committing adultery, and was separated from his wife and 8 children.
I used to, sometimes I get involved in certain complications, certain entanglements with certain gal. And I told some girl, like, oh, I've got a wife to get me. So no doubt, no these, but they were quickly out there trying to stitch me up and say, oh, he's creating a fake life for himself. Going around there telling people, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, they think they're so clever. No doubt, but that's what they tried. I only said that because obviously I didn't want to break them girl heart. Innit? But at my own detriment, I should have broke their hearts and not care. Innit? I really should have. Because I guess it wouldn't have got to this. So thank you government for making men know better. I should just broke these girls' hearts, bro. You get me in it because it just might end up on a government watch list. Bro. You What would you prefer? Have your life destroyed and over trying to spare their feelings at your own detriment, innit? You know what I mean? Come on. I say I didn't even get you. I didn't even get to phase two. Basically, I didn't complete basic training, so I can't be a more because I didn't. I knew nothing. And some of them places are kind of a bit too cold for my liking. I like the sun, you get me, innit? No doubt, they're probably stitching up my passports to make it look like I've travelled to hostile nations. That's actually funny. I don't think they're just that stupid because they couldn't prove that. But I'm just saying, based on what I've seen, I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. So whoever them girls are, blood, if this is not true and you man are genuinely do your job, look at them girls, blood. It's their fault. The ones who made these reports, go and find them. These anonymous reports, go look into them. I'm not trying to demonstrate anybody to anybody. My life was ruined. I was left to suffer, starve, without any family or friend, without any help. And apparently, the NHS wants to support me. I don't need their support. I should have family and friends to support me. So I don't want the NHS coming to my house talking about any fucking support because I should have had my mom, my dad, my sister, my brothers, cousins, friends, all sort of people to support me. I don't need the government support, but stuff, you know, mother stop coming to my house. So now you know why I keep asking them what do they mean by support? Why do they need to support me? I should have a family. I should have a family support and friend support. Innit? But I guess I know why I don't have that. It's like you, man. Well, they're coming to my house, but they just want to support me. I don't need your support, bro. My mom should be supporting me, and she is nowhere to be seen. So I certainly don't want strangers' support, bro. I don't need any doctor's support, any bum buckler body from body support. I should have a mom, a dad, a sister, brothers, cousins that should have been supporting me, bro. I don't need human support, you get me? Simple as that. You wanna play games, trust me. I can't play any more games than me, bro. I don't want nobody, I don't want the government supporting him. It's perfectly fine. Me trying to make it like everybody else. And so he either charge me or allow me to get a lawyer and I can put a lawsuit against the government. It's simple. I don't want your backhanded behind the closed door support. I'm gonna say it publicly, I don't want that. I have the fucking right to claim my name, bro. I don't want no secret support. I want to claim my name and get back what I should have had in the first place and should have done with my life. Nobody approached me with any job offer. You ain't coming in there with no game table. This was complete destruction. And obviously I'm more clever than you, man. Or I believe so, but who can argue with it? I don't want the NHS support. I certainly don't want support from the mental health service. If I drop sick, I drop dead, I would assume that, well, they have a duty of care. Outside of that, I don't want their support, but I don't want them to come to my house and fucking bother me because I see it as bothering. I don't see it as support because I should have my mum and family to support me, not some random strangers that gets paid to support me. You get me? Yeah. But that's not support. That's something else. There you go, logging again. So they're quite upset because, like I said, I uploaded a recording today of the NHS claiming that they want to support me. I do not want their support. I asked both of them, the man and the woman, then what do you mean by support? He's like, oh, we can support. To do what, but? I mean, I don't want your support, but I want to clear my name. That's how these things go. You either get caught in what you try to do, or you clear your name from the suspicion, and even worse, the malicious accusation. That's how I see it. I'm not taking a third option. Why should I? Because I'm not. I'll be saving your reputation and mine. And I've learned. I try to save people's feeling at my own detriment. So trust me, I've learned not to put others over me. But so true. I've learned. I tried to save some of these girls' feelings by saying I had a wife and blah blah blah. I did. Now, I've had a few marriage offers. I've even gone as far as told people that oh, I don't have any, I'm not legitimate in the country and all that. I've even gone as far as doing that. I'm saying that because that relationship weren't going anywhere, and it was an easy explanation. Innit? Well, no doubt they would have gone and told somebody, oh, it's not illegal because I cheated and broke her heart, so she would have gone and said, oh, it's not legal, trying to get me kicked out. You're fuck out. Trust me, my memory is very good, bro. I know exactly who I told that to. Exactly. And go play it to them. They know. They know exactly who they are. As I say, you man stood no chance from the get go. I can defend my claims to anybody, bro. Because it makes sense. Because the same reason I told them lies, is proving that I did the right thing because they're malicious. I cheated on them. I told them, oh, I don't have any, I'm not legal in the country. Cheated on them, and they run a report you to Home Office trying to get you kicked out. Only for the Home Office to say, well, he's actually legal. Why is he lying? You know what I mean, so go get them girls, but they that caused the problem, not me. I'm saving myself from here, innit? Quite simple and that, innit? Well, I did not force you man to take the actions. Chose that yourself. I knew what kind of people they were, and I obviously did not want to carry on a relationship with them. And I was right. I was so right. Oh, better believe. Better fucking believe. Well, that is the case. And I know for a fact that that girl would have gone to them and said it because I was the type of person she was like. I've seen other things took place. I don't need to say that now, but if it comes down to it, I would. Well, I've seen other things place and I recognize the pattern right away. I realize what kind of individual I'm involved with. So I said, I'm not legal in the country. And as I assumed, exactly what she did, didn't it? So I'm trying to get the man fucking kicked out and reporting me as an illegal immigrant. Nothing wrong with them people do that. People do what they do. But the fact that she did it in response to, I guess, having a heart broken, the intention was wrong. Why she did it was wrong. So, yep, there you go. So I hope that clears up that for you, man. I know that Delta would have said, he's lying, he's okay, man, he's got a visa. My mother didn't come and say why you told that lie. My mom said nothing. She didn't come and say why did you tell that girl that lie? Because if she had said that, I'd ask her how does she know? And she said, well, basically the police. That's what she would have said. Obviously, she took the side with the government, and this is where it led to. So I don't like her either, but as much as I don't like you pussies, I don't like her either. All of you man that play the part, I don't like any of you. Trust me. I don't like any of you man, but And it's no secret that people do that. People do get people booted out of the country. There's no secret. So that's what they say. They encourage it. They encourage you to report people who are not documented. So that ain't no secret. That ain't no classified information. I just knew she was that type of person. And why would I tie myself down and allow myself to be tethered and possibly have a child with somebody like that? But why the fuck would I do that? So I got out of it in the best way I could. Simply by saying, oh, I'm not legal. Just to prove my suspicions right. It was a risk. And maybe I was judging them wrongly, but it turned out I was very right. Very right. I know exactly what I do. I know exactly what I say. You want a partner that you can trust and that will have you back even after the worst of things has happened. Simple as that, innit? Even if you cheat on somebody, you want a partner that you can 100% sure that she will have you back, innit? She will never sell you down the river out of emotions. What do they say? Oh, a woman's scorn. Okay, I clapped onto her right away because that saying is so true. Hell has no fury in it, like a woman's scorn. Fury like a fucking woman's scorn, bro. And it's so true. Ensure to check that if that's a true statement or I'm being misled. And I know for a fact she went and did that. She did other things. I said, you man didn't stand a chance from the get go, bro. She did other things alongside that confirmed the whole thing. To say that's why she did them things. Because she would have gone and said that. She has no connection to my family like that. And the people who she know as my family that are native to Bar, they wouldn't know that either. So it's not like she could confirm it with any of them. She would have to go and speak to the immediate family to get that information. And she obviously couldn't, so she bought it. Is that illegal? I don't think so. Is that illegal? How did I just pick her out as a spy? That she secretly works for the government. How would I just have picked her out? It's obviously her behavior show me that she's a malicious person and she's very wicked. Excuse me. So they probably trying to stitch me up with like fraud and shit like that. Because they know whatever their suspicion was, they realized that something weren't right, or they knew the intention anyway. But obviously it went bad because them girl, what they gonna do? Turn against them and say, "Oh, women," and expose that to the public that people here get upset in relationships and have try to have people kicked out of the country, deported. They obviously couldn't have gone about it like that because people don't tell them anything anymore. Because the moment the public realize that they can't trust them, they wouldn't work with them. So obviously, that's why you're getting in that position, put in that position. I cannot win this. No doubt they're going around making up stories of me. I didn't do anything. Nobody can ever say they see me walk into a goddamn government building or in any positions where you can get any information. Can't be a spy. It's obviously a lie. There's some random suspicion of being a spy, and they just ruin your whole fucking life and stop you from achieving nothing and getting anywhere. Can't allow that to wash, dude. I don't care how it affects you, man. You might never care how it affected me. Innit? That's what you do. Innit? You didn't. You man weren't bothered about how you affected my life. It's what you people do. And what I do is defend myself and don't care how it affects anybody else either. Innit? It's a selfish world. Also, no remorse towards anything I've said. I don't care. You fix your own problems. I have to fix mine too. So this is why they don't want me to register for the pro tournament. Because if you're suspected as a spy and a mole in the country, guess what? They will say, oh, he can, if he goes to these tournaments, he can use it to slip away and we'll never find him again. I'm telling you, they can just make allegations up against you, justify any bullshit, and ruin your life. Bro. And I don't care how it plays out and affects anybody in this bitch. I don't care about anybody's vulnerabilities. Nobody cared about mine. Bro. I don't care about anybody's vulnerability. Because I just literally thought of that then. I just realized why they're doing it to the game is to ensure that I don't like get into any sort of pro round because you guess what? If you play these pro games, esports tournaments, they happen all over the world, isn't it? So they'll say, oh, if he gets into it, he might sneak off and run off, and we'll never find him again. So them mother be. And how did I get that information? You get me? Say me, I got all the information. I got a fucking brain. Bro. I have a lot of epiphanies, you know. So apparently, a lot of spies try to self harm instead of going to prison, and you can see because it's the norm for no, it's quite normal for them to do that. You can see the tactics and the element that they try to use to dispose of me. Innit? Accuse you of being a spy, and then it's a known fact that some spies do self harm. So it's a tactic to eliminate people under national security. So I know exactly what the motive is. So don't come and apologize and play on blame. Yeah, I know what your motive is of why and what they're justifying it for. Say, oh, you will try and flee and he might disappear, we'll never see him again. Or go to some country with no non-extradition laws and all this shit. I know exactly how these man are. I say the movies don't like that much. I know exactly why they've been doing this to the game for years. And I say they can't come and arrest me because they know they're screwed. Because what are they gonna do? How are they gonna explain any of these? Because I can explain why they did it. And I didn't think of it first. It didn't even cross my mind. Literally, while I'm here recollecting my past and the ill treatment I've received at the hands of whatever this is, I realized why, innit? Because they would say, oh, he might run off if he goes to any of these tournaments. He might slip out of the hotel room and we don't know where to find him after that. So they can literally kill anybody they want under them suspicions on a suspicion because there's multiple ways it goes down as a result of that. And the day I take a polygraph test, I'll make sure it's recorded and public, posted public online, the whole fucking thing. So if any sort of manipulation of the device is done, it's publicly recorded. You get me? I've never taken a polygraph test. I've never been confronted by any of them. I've been locked up once. I've been locked up once when it came to me being accused of being a fraudster, and I went to the police and wrote a statement while I was to Manchester HQ while I was working at McDonald's when some kid from Liverpool bit me on the arm, and it's the manager who told me to go and do that because I tried to get compensation for it and I didn't get any compensation. No lawyers wanted to take the case either. No lawyers fucking wanted to take the case. I tried to get compensation because this little blue-eyed kid bit me in. Yeah, and I wrote a massive statement, bro, massive, full detail, just like I'm able to do it now. Same way I am in. I wrote a humongous thing. Because it's the manager who said to do it. Because when I came back to work, she was the one who sent me outside, yeah? So she sent me out to the front part because it was like a Friday night, it was dead busy. And she was like, "Oh, can you go out there?" I thought nothing of it. Went out there. And obviously it ended up this kid. So me, the security, and like two other people basically lift him up and brought him outside, didn't it? But while we were lifting him up, he fucking bit me, like clapped down in my arm. I didn't hit him or nothing, because I realized like, he was off it, innit? So obviously I didn't blame him. I just thought whatever, innit? You get me? Came back in work and like I tried to get one of them. What do you call them things? Them little kits that got them wraps in there and band-aids and that. She's like, "Oh, at the end of the shift, you should go to the police station." I was like, "I don't really want to." She's like, "You should." So I went. I told my mama, everybody as well, everybody around me. I told them all. And not one of them said, "Oh, you can get compensation for being bit at work." Guess what? So all of these, they're all aware of what they've done. But they know they can't win this. They know they stand no chance because I should have got compensation for it, and I can certainly prove that none of these people who claim they're helping me, including fucking Delta, did nothing. Because I told her about it. I said what happened. She never said, "Oh, why don't you go and get compensation?" Because everybody else in this bitch, as far as the eye can see and beyond, would have gone and got compensation for being bit at work because I wasn't even doing my job. I was at work, but that wasn't in my job description. So I definitely would have got some sort of compensation. And it's clear that I had no idea what was going on. I know that they would have written it down and said, "Oh, he doesn't want to go because he doesn't want people to know him." Yeah, I mean, well, that's how they are. That's what they would justify us. When the reality is, everybody around me that I thought was a friend, none of them said, "Why don't you go and get compensation for it?" Why? Because they didn't want me to have anything, blood. They want the government's intent was to chastise, ostracize, economically destroy me. And me going to see compensation for that would put a light on it because you'd get at least 10 grand or more. You'd be bit at work, you get me? So I'm coming back at them for it just to make sure of it. I am coming back for it. So tell HQ to go and destroy them reports and say it never happened. Because what is he called? What was that guy called? Phoenix. Oh yeah, that security guy. Phoenix was on shift that night. I can pretty much tell you everyone that was on shift. So tell him as well. So trust me, I don't like black people as much as some of you pussies. Trust me, I don't discriminate, my nigga. It's all the same to me. You man are an obvious threat. Uh, I've got a very good memory, blood. Very good. So know that Greater Manchester police have been going around and say he wrote a statement, but he didn't go and try to get compensation. He probably doesn't want to go into the court. And then they use that to do other court situations. I say I'm the one that didn't turn up to the court because I don't want to be identified and be on record. They're liars, bro. And that's just speculation. I have no actual proof of that. But I'm saying knowing them, that's what they do. I say my child's mother was around me at the time. This was before she had the baby, before she got pregnant. Plenty of girls. All them girls you'd have heard that I'm in McDonald's sleeping with. All them stuff you'd have heard me said about friends in McDonald's. Not one of them fuckers told me anything. So you can see why I'm like that with people. But you can see why I keep leaving these girls and moving on from them. Because they always prove to, I guess, they'll have my best interest. And it would be because of what the government is saying about me. You know what I mean? So you can see everything makes perfect sense what they have been doing. All makes perfect sense. Because guess what? Their intent was trying to catch you and give you a public lawyer, public defender that would stitch your clout up. You get me? And certainly, me having 10 grand, I could have money in my pocket, but I could be living a better life. You know what I mean? So they come in and out, but they want to support me now. Wow, you realize now that you man were wrong? And publicly fucking admit it. Simple. That's how you support me. Publicly admit that you man were wrong. Simple as that. Otherwise, I'm only going to get worse. But like, just how I been warned you, man, about it. I did warn you people that you don't know what's coming. I guess you man thought I was talking about some erroneous gunshots. But yeah, you didn't tell people that. Well, technically, all our informants was around him, and none of us told him to go and get compensation. So I don't know how you get somebody to trust you and give you information when that would be basic. Yeah, I mean that would be just a given because that's what informants do. You're there to trust them. They need to gain your trust, and you obviously through trust, you start saying shit that you shouldn't say. That's how trust works, is But I already distrust them all, innit? Because I found that after I found out after I could have got compensation. You know how I found that out? Some random fucking YouTube video saying years later. I mean, I'm a dude, man. Bad for what you have done to me, bro. Trust me. I don't care how it affects you. I don't care how vulnerable it makes you, man. I was vulnerable and nobody cared. You get me? This kid, yeah, literally bit me fucking arm, bro. Like full row with 32 teeth in his mouth. Bro. I'm sure he had 36 when you think about it. And he was fucking high as a kite, bro. So no doubt, drugs would have been in the system as a result of that. And the police, neither the police that I wrote the statement to said, "Oh, go and get compensation." Neither of them. I received a letter to say, "Oh, my hearing." Obviously, I'm not snitching. I don't really want to put the kid in prison or look at the kid locked up. That's just the reality of it. But when I went there, I phoned up the police. They started just like giving me the runaround, didn't it? And when I turned up, they said that I was late for the case. I thought, what do you mean I'm late for the case? That's what they said. Got no compensation for that. Set me up. They set the kid to come in there. The manager of McDonald's set me up to go out there, telling me, oh, to go and help with crowd control. It was all a massive setup. Oh, go and help the securities. Blah blah blah. This kid came in, bit me, and then she then say, oh, go and make a statement. So what they were trying to do is they're making statements against me. They're trying to make it look like I'm doing the same to them. You know what I mean? Well, I got no compensation out of it. I didn't buy anyone. You know what I mean? So it's easy to prove that the people around me was against me from the very day one. And what it's not that oh all of a sudden I have no friends. Never had no friends. Bro. Never. So can you imagine, yeah, me getting compensated? It definitely would have got at least 10 grand or more. Somebody buy it bro, at work on something that you shouldn't really be doing at your job. Definitely you're looking at more than 10,000 or more, isn't it? Yeah. Them times I had all these girls around me, and no doubt they're claiming that they've helped me and they've done all this for me, and I am the reason why they feel bad that I mistreated them and I didn't help them and take care of them, and they had to. They're the one that spends all the money. They're the one who looks after the child. They're the one who buys me gifts. They're the one who pays for dinner. They're giving me £10 to buy weed. But guess what? If I had that money, then I couldn't say them stuff about me behind closed doors, innit? If I got my compensation and my money alongside the little money that I earned at the job, none of them could say anything. They couldn't say these things about me behind my back. They couldn't spread the rumors because it wouldn't make sense. I would have been able to buy clothes and fucking take care of myself and stop wearing the same jeans fucking 2, 3 weeks in a row, innit? Because no doubt all you cunts would have spoke about, oh, he always wears the same clothes. He doesn't take care of himself. So you can see why it was important. You can see. You can see why they done all that, innit? Because they didn't want me to have any money. Because it wouldn't make any sense. They couldn't go around and say, oh, he he's using girls, he's abusing girls, and he's a romance scammer and he's stealing money from girls, and I wouldn't have needed any of them. So they would have just then been there because I liked them, innit? But it turned out that they didn't like me, innit? And it's easily proven because what more proof do I want that nobody I was around, anybody they have pictures with, saying that I was friends with, saying that I went mad with, saying that oh he went mad off fucking stardom, anybody that's saying that oh he was this and he was that. Go and ask them, well, why did none of you say, oh, Why don't you go and get compensation for it? Because all of them guys, I did tell them that, oh, what happened? Because they obviously saw the bandage on my hand. So they obviously asked what happened to your hand, didn't they? And I obviously said, oh, I got bit. The whole McDonald's that I work with, none of them said, why don't you go get compensation? Not one manager said, go and get compensation. Neither did the child's mother say, go and get compensation. But I heard how much I have done bad things to her, and maybe she deserved it if it was necessary. Maybe she did deserve it. But I just thought about it. I just completely remember that now. Mm. That's really upsetting when I think about it. And I realize that I'm right. I was right. I'm right about the things I'm saying. I really realize it. Because Delta no not innocent as well. She didn't get me compensate, ask me, or help me, or even tell me I could. I was oblivious to it. I came to England at 18. You ain't gonna know about compensation unless somebody tells you you're not from here. You get me? You get me? Most people come here. Somebody has to say, oh, somebody has to bring it up to you and say, well, this happened to you. Well, you're going to be compensated at this much. Do you settle at this price? Or some family or friend would have to say, oh, you can get money. Somebody has to say. You just fucking won't know it because I'm not here trying to scam nobody. I'm the one being scammed there. So I got scammed out of quite a lot of money if you really look at it. Trust me, I'm gonna attack you, blood. I'm gonna attack that team of yours as well. I want to pack you all together, innit? I went to sign a statement in Manchester HQ, that little glass building just near what's it called now? What's the fucking place called? Near Newton Heath, that little glass police station there. That's where I signed it. Massive ass statement, blood, massive. I spoke about his eye colour, spoke about everything. That's why I keep talking about blue eyes, innit? I don't like you, man, brother. I think it's true. Y'all think I feel offended and I feel hurt and disrespected. So you man have to feel that way too, just like do something about it, innit? Do something fucking about it, bro. Because they're coming now telling me, oh, they want to support me. Where the fuck were they when I actually needed support? You get me? Yeah. They weren't nowhere to be seen. And that's why Delta, that's why she's gone silent now. She's gone MIA now. That's why the child mother is behaving the way she did. It's because they know who wants somebody around them when that person knows what you did, isn't it? And knows, you get me? We would want you around them. I know nobody would want me around them like that, because obviously to know that you did that to somebody, or while pretending that you were a friend. Yo, these people were all up in my house, but like they just turn up at my house and I just open my house to anybody, but you get me? I drive them on from work and back and the whole work. So this whole time, everyone see, oh, he's got girls in his car. Oh, we're scared of him because he might be a Jack the Ripper, and we need to put surveillance thing, listen to what he's saying in the car, and put in tags on his car, tracking devices, in case he tries to take these girls away. But they did not notice that. Wait, none of these people said to you go and get compensation. They didn't notice. Wait, this guy didn't go and try and claim compensation. They didn't notice that. And apparently they have a duty of care, innit? So I tell you, trust me, you man turn up with that NHS, trust me. You'll get what you man deserve, but like, promise you not. I ain't scared of you, man. Definitely ain't not. I don't care how many of you there are, I'm not scared. That's why I kept on saying that blue eye thing, but and I just didn't know why. Well, it was in the back of my mind, innit? Because I remember that kid, he was from Liverpool, innit? He had like proper blue eyes, like bright black blue eyes. And I saw him, I was smoking, I was stood up outside smoking. And I saw him like in McDonald's, like shouting and just going on. Man, didn't. So I saw him and I didn't say anything. I just saw him. I was looking at him. Yeah, got back in. I was like, yo, bro, just chill, innit? And he said something, blah blah blah. Then the security came over and all that. And as soon we lift him up we lift him up. I grabbed his leg. They grabbed his arm. Obviously, that's how you just take somebody out of the place without injuring them or yourself. And somehow he fucking latched onto my arm. I didn't hit him. I didn't punch him. I didn't do anything. because I realized that he was on it, innit? I did realize it. And I felt bad for the kid. And knowing that, well, technically, if I'm in that state, I wouldn't want to get like, and I got myself in it. I don't just want people to start battering me, you get me in it. You know what I mean? So again, I keep, I'm my own worst enemy if the truth to be told. Like, I keep feeling sorry for people, only to realize nobody was ever sorry for me. But, well, it is what it is, innit? You can't cry over spilled milk, innit? I ain't turning back now. We're going to the very end bloodline. It's as simple as that. Who gets hurt. Because I've had so much allegations against me. People talking about how I domestically abused them, blood. You know what I mean? Domestic abuse, blood. I'm like, me? And I'd have more than enough reason to if you think about it. I'd have more than enough reason. Well, you got people out there telling me how I left them and they had no money and they had no food and like this crocodile tears crying, blood, like, and kicking me out of the house and telling me to leave the door. I'm looking at them. I'm thinking like, wow, alright, fair enough. It's your house, so fuck off, you know. Like I say, all you man have to do is come. It's your country. Put me through the fucking door. That's all I am. I'm just that person. I'm not arguing about what is not mine, you know. Your country. Put me through the door. Put me through the fucking airport. Bro. It's no sad story. It's just where it got to, you know. But I know the motive why they didn't want it because them girls, them girls felt like, or whoever felt like, oh, if he had money, then the story wouldn't make sense because guess what? Instead of them saying, "Oh, you want to go out and eat some food," because apparently I don't take care of myself, so they were making it look like they are friends. Yeah, because obviously it makes sense. They were trying to make themselves look like they are friends of mine, and I am struggling, and you know, they are helping me, and they're giving me money, they're taking me out to eat. You know what I mean? And I am turning against them, and I am attacking them and accusing them. That's what it was meant to look like. That was all it was meant to look like. And now I'm cheating on this girl, cheating on that girl. But none of them ever stopped and say, well, instead of spending their money, go and say, well, go and get a lawyer and get compensation for that. But that's a lot of money. They didn't feel the need to. Well, I'm sure they felt the need to go and spread rumors on how I treated them. But so this girl that worked for the NHS, she came to my house. My next girl was sat outside in the car. She just pulled up on my house like she's some gangster blood. Jumped out of her car, started screaming at me. I was like, yo, what? He's just a friend, isn't it? It didn't matter if it wasn't. She shouldn't have known who the person was. Yeah. She slapped me and I fucking kicked her feet away, blood. And the other one was like screaming my name. I'm like, why are you screaming my name now? You get me? You saw her hit me. Why are you trying to pin it on me now? Making it look like I'm some abuser. You get me? So like, I clocked onto the whole thing. That girl, that very girl, the one from the NHS, yeah, she did that. Yeah. The other girl that was there, she then tried to set me up by making it look like I was robbing money from her. Yeah. The NHS one also set me up to make it look like I came to her house and attacked her, and her mixed race boyfriend had to save her from me. But I mean, trust me, I dislike you, man. But like, I can't get you all. I can't get you all physically. So I've got to get you all in the only sensible way I can. There's only one way to get you all as a bunch. One way is just to put a big net over you, man. I know you did. I can't get you all. No, put a massive net over you, man. Police and people alike. I like you, man. Delta. She was told. She obviously knew about Bitbit. And she said nothing. She didn't mention it. She didn't mention anything. And she would have known. Because she came back a couple of years later saying that, oh, she had an accident and she's seeking compensation. And that's when I really realized, oh, wait, shit, actually. And that's when I realized, look, well, as always, I don't say it. I realize things and don't say anything. Because what I would have done, what would I have done there? Argued with her about it too late at that time. And I think she purposely mocked me with the situation. Like, like, haha, you didn't know. Haha, we don't care about you. Haha, that sort of mentality. Trust me, I don't care about you even either. All is fair in war, isn't it? All is fair in war, bro. All is fair in war, bro. Trust me, it's your country. Just like them guys would keep me out of the house and tell me to leave. I just what? I put my tail between my legs. I suck it up like a man and fuck off, innit? Put me through the door, it's the same thing. I walk and say nothing. All is fair, innit? If I could cry, I would. When you really come down to it, you realize this whole thing was true the whole time. And these very same people who are adamant that you hurt them and you need medication and you need help. And all this nonsense, and they are trying to support you, and you're the one that's turning down the support. And Delta said that she told me about lawyers. I was like, you did what? I said, you told me about lawyers for what? Yeah. What the exactly issues? There's so many cases I should have brought into court and got compensation for. I got fuck all, bro. I had nothing. Couldn't afford me. I couldn't afford my rent. Couldn't afford my car because you would have seen. Um, you would have seen like so much shit where I couldn't afford shit. I didn't even have a proper coat for years, but I met this girl from Garden, and she was one of the better ones because I didn't see it. The truth is, I've never seen that girl ever since I left Garden and I started working at McDonald's after that. But sometimes in life, the people that you should look out for, you don't. Innit? So I guess that was karma. Innit? But that girl bought me a coat, blood. Like, she was like, "Why you always wearing that coat?" I was like, "I can't afford it, no." Bro." And she's the only person that ever done that, bro. And actually did it out of, I guess, genuine care. The rest of them did it out of to create a story. Innit? But one day I'll go back and visit her and tell her, I'm sorry, but like, this is life, innit? But she was the only person, but she saw me in this coat that I had, and she's like, "Oh, you have that ugly ass old coat, innit?" Like, I can't afford another one, but and she went out and bought a fucking coat for me. And I've not seen her since, innit? I, I guess it takes some things have to happen in life for you to really see the truth, innit? Yeah. The rest of them, stop them mother blood. Anytime them see me, them ready, innit? Anytime, bro. Any fucking time. But she definitely, I do owe her because nobody else around me has ever done that, bro. She literally put a coat on my back, bro. And I didn't ask her for it, she just turned up with it, and just turned up with it. But all is fair, bro. All these guys, these people who are claiming, oh, he went mad off Star Dog. What they did that for is because they realized I was getting suspicious and I was asking questions. So they started to make up this rhetoric about mental illness so they could subjugate me to the psychological abuse. But trust me, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 bloodlines. I want to identify the leader here. Trust me, I bring so much problem to that man that is unbelievable. I regret the day I was born, but never mind meeting me. You will regret that day, but I'm gonna regret that. Promise you, I'm gonna regret that. So I played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. I played 6 games. I think I only won one out of the six. I can't remember. One, two.